This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Now, I was at Recon 2019 recently, and I had the pleasure of spending a little time with Mr. Richard Borg, who has just had another game come out. And that game is Red Alert. Oh, it weighs a ton. It kind of follows in the footsteps of all the other great games that he's made, such as The Great War, which is World War I, Memoir 44. Let's not forget another great game that he did, Command and Colors, and as well as Ancients and Napoleonics. This system is probably one of the most used systems, and you can never get bored of it because there's always something different. Well, we just happened to get some film of him talking to some people about this great game, and I really wanted to show you off some of the things from it. So even though it's kind of fragmented and a little all over the place, I want you to just get a look at the size of the map and listen to some of the things that he was talking about, how he talks about the hidden movement and all that other stuff. But we will be playing this, and we will be talking about this in great detail. And there are just a ton of things that you don't even know about that you'll see during the video. I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about Red Alert. I was about to say Space Ace, by the way. Let's go to the video.
All right, don't tell me I don't have a jig.
It feeds into the same rules as pretty much your Command and Colors. You've got your three sections, and you're going to be playing your cards, but the dice are really what separate this thing, because you're going to have to be rolling, for a flagship here. As you can see, the symbol is right there. That flagship's going to get 2 dice. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if he was firing at another flagship, he would need... I would completely miss, but you would get Red Alert. Red Alert means you would almost have to retreat. So, I mean, there's just a lot of wonderful things that are going on here. And just fantastic. This is everything that you get in the basic of Red Alert. And who better to explain the game than the man himself?
The game is that your deployment is hidden. So when you go to play a scenario, after you guys buy your support vessels and everything else, you basically have a task force card that tells you, I can open one of these packs, it tells you what you're going to have, then you buy your support vessels, but then you and your opponent are deploying secretly, because you just put your markers right underneath there, so then you reveal, and then it's like, oh, okay, he loaded up this side here with fighters, and I loaded my side up with my battleships and stuff, so it's like an unfair fight, but it's like, so that's another
very unique feature.
Yeah, it's another neat aspect of the game.
So you basically hidden units, and you deploy in these particular, and I'll just try to bring it around here so we can really take a look.
So you set up your pieces and then get your command card.
I mean, there's where you're going to be able to deploy your units, but where you deploy your units are completely up to you.
So the task force cards vary. There's 12 of them in the box. So, and sometimes it says you get to select your task force, and sometimes it says just do it randomly. But the neat part about it is, with those 40 additional points, you can just about buy anything you want. And that's what one of the expansions is, the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought costs 40 points. So you put them on the board. It's the badass. I bet.
And it's huge.
It's huge. But
so I had to buy 2 of them.
I think the guys in our group basically like carriers a lot. So that's the other ship that if you're going to buy, it's 21 points. And so you can buy 2 carriers, but then you're going to go over your points so you get less stars.
Fantastic. We're going to be looking at this throughout the day. And once they get this playing,
we'll come in, we'll add a couple turns in here, and really showcase what I think is a fantastic game. And of course, I bought everything for it. So there we go.
Now, as you saw, that map is massive, huge, and just the spacecraft are just unbelievable. They have a ton of expansions for it as well, where you can buy all this really just cool space platforms and stuff like that, logistics and space platforms, escalation pack. They have a carrier starship escalation pack, so you get a carrier from each side. I mean, look at those models. First of all, these things just want to paint themselves because I'm excited about it. This one here is the Dreadnought ship, which is just huge, and it comes with all the fighters. So, you know, I'm a sucker for space battles, and this is just one that when it came out, I knew I had to get my hands on it. This one is the Vice Admiral flagship escalation pack, and this, again, I mean, look at the size of those ships. They're pretty awesome, if you ask me. And then finally here, we have asteroid fields, space rift escalation. You can actually have space rifts where you're going to go through, and you know, you may have on one side your entire army there, and say, okay, fine, you know, I know that I have to stay in this lane, but you can hit a rift and end up someplace completely different, and maybe come up from behind somebody or something. So there's a lot of little variances that go into this and just really make this something special. As you saw, you know, quality beyond belief. Another great thing, I like the cloth map. I think it makes a big difference. The hidden, when you put out your armies, the hidden tokens where you can hide, and just overall, just very easy system. You know, rolling the dice, and it is basically color coded. Boom, that would take you out, or you have your wild cards, or you have your red alert. And if you don't have, if you do not have the protection or the engineers to bypass the red alert, you're going to find yourself running off the board. So just a fantastic system. I really enjoy it. We're really going to go into it, but I really just wanted to take and just show you real quick what this big bad boy is. And this thing is huge. You can get it at Miniature Market, and it is $100. Actually, I think it's cheaper than $100, but it is a big boy, and it comes with a lot, and I don't think you will be disappointed. That is for sure, and I've never steered you wrong. All right, I said it all. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob, and we will see you soon.